So it's week 2 of the like recovering and rebuilding series, and I think last week went pretty well, especially for a first week. But I think it's pretty normal to like have that kind of oomph on the first week. There were a couple things I think I realized from the first week, but anyways, going into this week, let's start with today. It's Sunday. I'm only at like 3,200 steps, and it's 8 o'clock at night. So I would obviously prefer if that were a little bit higher, but I did do a 15-minute walk during work today, and I did when my work day ended. But I had like friends come over to play a board game on my lunch break and stuff, so it was a little bit off its normal routine. And I'm introducing my cat to a new cat and all this other fun stuff, so it's just been a little bit off my usual like jam today. But I just did my 10-minute tidy, which almost always brings my step count up as well, so I'm hoping that will be it. Kind of reflections from last week that I bring into this week is like my physical therapy space is chaotic. So I think I actually the next clip might just be me kind of organizing that and getting that situated and kind of deciding what I want that to look like. Because I get new exercises every other week, and like it's just like in like a folder right now. I feel like I need to like subdivide it by like old shit and new shit, and like same thing, like I talked a lot in the last vlog about finally getting back into my neck PT, but like the message I got from my PT was kind of like, oh, we'll go over it eventually, but like I haven't scheduled an appointment with him, and we don't have an appointment scheduled for like 6 months. So I'm gonna try to find the data that I have, find the like notes that I took from the appointment, and like organize that. So I think my big focus this week is PT, because it feels like that was the most chaotic last week, and also it's incredibly important. I am signed up for a ClassPass class tomorrow, so for those of you who are new, the goals are walk 5,000 steps, do my neck and eye PT, take one ClassPass class per week, log my meals, those are my health ones. My financial ones are to do one thing to become 1099 and like to grow 1099 contracts this month once a week, and then check my Wine app, which is my budgeting app daily. My 2 other goals, which are set about wanting to move abroad, so make sure I do my language lessons at least once a week, and also do 1 day a week of like research on like moving abroad stuff. So those are the goals, and I feel like this week we're going to focus a little bit more on the PT side of things, just getting that organized in the start of the week. And I feel like if that's in a good place, then this will be much easier. I also just haven't I always want to like do my PT at like the end of the day, and that just doesn't seem correct. So I might start putting it in my middle. I've got like 2 big blocks for breaks right now, so I might start putting it in my second block. My first block because you just like get coffee and stuff, so I don't think that'll be a good block for it, but that's my goal for that. And then with checking Wine app daily in the beginning, I didn't really have a goal, and then I met with my spouse, and we like decided together like we had 2 areas we wanted to cut down in our budget, which was dining out and grocery shopping, which I think I talked about in my last video. So I also want to check that. Like I'm checking Wine app every day, but I want to like check in on that. And I think a lot of that is going to be like, I've already spent most of both of those budgets, and it's only the 13th of October. So I mean, we are halfway through the month, but like if we want to like make it through the rest of this month, I kind of have to be like careful and like mindful of that spending as well. So I'm gonna try to make a lot of food out of things I already have. I have a lot of smoothie stuff right now, so I might be eating a lot of smoothies, but that's okay. Nothing, the little smoothies never kill nobody, so I'm gonna take a look at that and see what I need to do there. And then I'm also going to continue to focus on the PT side of things. I think those are the 2 things that are gonna kind of be the primary focus, because like I feel like I'm in a good place with walking my steps. I'm very aware of my steps. I check in on my steps multiple times a day. I go on walks more and stuff like that. I'm still keeping it to 15-minute walking pad increments, so that hasn't changed much. I do feel like at the end of the 15 minutes I'm still fatigued, so it doesn't feel like a good time to move it up, but that's kind of the goal for this week. So after I'm done with this walking pad session, I'm probably going to go right into organizing things for PT. So I will show you guys all that once I get that all situated. Okay, so I am going to organize. This is most of my PT stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff here, but if I just organize PT, then I will be a happy camper. So I'm going to try to sort it by stickers. Oops, that's not PT. Stuff I'm still using, like this. And then this is all stuff from this week. And this is actually what I need to do for IPT. So I might just count this as an IPT. This is old. Okay, so I just did my warm-up to my reading exercise. So I've done 3 of the 5 exercises, and one of them I can't do because it's dark outside. So, I think I'm almost moved to every other day anyways. Step 1 is I need my eye patch. Y'all, like, for real. You know, hide your men, hide your wives. Prepare to be sick of how cute I am. Okay, now let's try. Okay, cool. So yeah, we did our warm-up again, and now we read like this, and then we read like this. I have to do this for 2 minutes. Alright, kids, we did our 2 minutes of reading on both sides with our iPad. And now we can, ta-da, onto the board. And let's see, put away my props. I guess I'll just read this book. My friend gave me this book. It's like a romance book set in Jacksonville, Florida, and I figured since it was like kind of a, I don't want to call it like not a hard read, but like the other book that I have is sci-fi and the other book that I have is self-help, so I feel like this is the lightest book that I have, so to speak. So that's done. Let's check. Excuse me. Let's check and see where we're at for the day. Ooh, on a new week, maybe we'll do a new color this week. Let's do gray. Alright, let's see. So we did our IPT. We didn't do our neck PT. How many steps are we at? We're at 4,198 steps. So hopefully we get 800 steps in the next couple. And we did log our meals. We didn't take our class, but we are set to take it tomorrow. We did check YNAB. We didn't do any of our weekly stuff, though. All right, not bad, because this Sunday I felt like zoomed by, and then I was kind of like, oh, how am I going to get all this done? And then most of it kind of came together pretty quickly, and a lot of the PT stuff's like much better organized now too, so hopefully tomorrow, I'm just going to keep saying that I'm making the time slowly to get the neck PT stuff sorted, but I did set it up in that little corner there, so I guess that's a wrap for today. I don't think it'll be too hard to get in my last 800 or so steps, so wish me luck. Hello. Okay, so I'm driving to Pilates, which is so exciting. So it's Monday, week 2 of this challenge. So far so good. I feel like things are going a lot smoother so far this week. I don't know, yesterday it was really hard to get to 5,000 steps. I feel like I was really pushing it in the last hour of my bedtime. That being said, I haven't like walked my walking pattern today. I'm just under 1,000 steps and it's 11 a.m. So I might need to prioritize a little walk here soon to make that work out better, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm doing my Pilates class. I just had a friend that texted me about taking a yoga class later this week too. She is a postpartum baddie, so she's trying to get back into movement, so I think that'll be exciting to have kind of another person as an option to like make exercising more social again as well. So I've got that, and then I actually have a friend that just ran a marathon who I'm sure will also want to do yoga classes again soon, so that'll be terribly exciting. So very excited for that. That's gonna be my weekly thing for today. And then I haven't done too much of my other daily stuff yet. I have to log my breakfast still and stuff like that, so it's been kind of a chill day. We did just acquire a second kitten. I'll show you guys a clip of them probably up here in this like corner or something here in a second, but he and my other kitten are just getting used to each other, so it'll be kind of a slow week, I feel like, because a lot of them, they deserve my undivided attention. So, but I also definitely feel that like weird, like I'm much more money and health motivated now that I have dependents, which is weird because I grew up with a lot of animals and I never really felt that, but I feel like, I don't know if it's getting closer to 30 or what that's causing that feeling, but it's been kind of weird. Or my frontal lobe development, who knows, but I definitely do feel kind of this like, oh, well, I have to go to Pilates, like I have to be strong, I want to be able to like do stuff and pick them up and like build a litter robot and carry them through the airport and like all this like really weird, like very maternal things, but very off topic. So we're gonna keep going, and you know, we have all the PT stuff set up from yesterday. Go me. So hopefully that'll be easier today as well. So I'm gonna enjoy Pilates. See you guys later. Update. I think Pilates might be a little hardcore for me still. That was a lot. My brain hurts so much from all the tensing and the stuff. So we might not be going back to Pilates for a while, but you know, we did try, and I think that's all we can do. Hello everybody. So it's Wednesday. You might be wondering what happened to the rest of Monday and Tuesday. Long story short, no excuses, but the reason why everything went to hell is I got a message about a very important meeting with a very high level person, and just basically spent all of Monday panic prepping for that. And then on Tuesday I was supposed to see my sister's senior night for her sports balls, and that moved because of the hurricane, so it was on a different day, so I didn't have that day off, so I had to like drive my lunch break. Long story short, that's today's been chaotic, but we jumped right back in on Wednesday. We're already at 3,400 steps, so I'm waiting for my dinner to get done in the air fryer, and then I think what I'm going to do is I have some schoolwork to do, and then I have to do like the PT and stuff like that. I already checked YNAB this morning. I've already done my weekly class. I just haven't done any of my weekly like financial or moving abroad stuff, so this week is, I feel like normally before, if I'd miss like Monday, Tuesday, I would just be like over it. And like, I'm not gonna lie, that Pilates class made me really sick. I was on the couch the rest of the day. Good to know though. Good to know that's my upper limit right now is that Pilates class. But it's nice to like be busy for like a day and then like still be able to get the steps in and like still be able to do some of it. Like I definitely checked YNAB both days. I just didn't do the PT. So like, could be better, could be worse. And there's like a couple things I have to do like while I'm out and about for PT that are like active PT, like, and so I've been doing that still. So you could argue that I did PT, but I'm not gonna do that because it's a waste. But I have to do my actual PT today, and then I'm gonna see if after I do this class stuff if I have any extra energy, and if I don't, then I don't, and I'll do some more weekly stuff later on this week. But yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm kind of glad that on week 2 suddenly this happened, because it really has given me kind of like the mental fortitude to be like, and you got stuff to do today, no sense being like down about the rest of the week. So I'm probably going to do some walking on my walking pad later on just to get my steps up. Right now I'm going to wait to eat, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys for the rest of this week, because it should be fabulous. Hello, I have a meeting in 10 minutes, but I figured I would do my update for Thursday. Let's see, we are already at 1,000 steps, so we're gonna get the walking pad out, because 1,000 steps is definitely not enough steps, especially for how late in the afternoon it is. Oh god, I'm pulling off something. Okay, this is a lot more chaotic than I planned on it. Cool. So that's my update for that. And then I just went into my budgeting app, did like a bunch of stuff for my husband, and with my husband, I should say, not for him. And then we figured out kind of some things that need to be tweaked. So like, we have a roommate and we split groceries, but then our budgeting app is saying that we're over our grocery budget, even though we're not, because we didn't spend the money and we were Venmoed back for it. So I have to figure out how to do that in YNAB, and I think that's going to be kind of a next goal of mine, so to speak. And then I actually don't think I need to do anything for 1099 work this week. Like, I'm really thriving on my main platform that I use for my 1099 work. I'm on track to, last month I beat my goal of 19 was the most calls I'd done in a month, and last month I did 21, and this month I'm on track to get 24. I obviously don't know if that's going to happen. It relies on other people actually showing up, but yeah, so far that looks really good for this month too. And then, so I might just let that be for now. Yeah, I think I'll let that be for now, because I don't have any opportunities that make sense to be going into, but I do want to maybe explore some other things. Like obviously this YouTube channel could be a potential revenue stream and stuff like that too. So I think I need to have a meeting and make that list that I've been talking about, all the things I'm willing to do to make money, and then see how I can get there. So that's definitely on my list. Go me. And then let's see, what else is there on this list? I haven't done any of my abroad stuff, but that usually gets concentrated on the weekends anyways, because it needs a lot of thought. It's also the first week of a new semester at school. Go me. So I've been a little busy setting up all my new semester stuff. But yeah, so far everything is good. this week. I feel like I bounced back very quickly from my like 2 days away with like my family and then like that big meeting I had to prep for. So things look great there, so I'm feeling good. And then actually let me go grab my book so I can like update things next. I haven't actually updated things on my tracker yet. It's been interesting too because I've been logging my food a lot and kind of starting to learn some stuff there too. Like nothing really drastic to report there. I usually use Chronometer, but instead I'm using the app we use for work because we were just like verified to help with NAFLD, and I have NAFLD, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I can like maybe use my app at work instead of Chronometer because I feel like I've tried calories for a long time. It'd be nice to look at kind of a different area for that, like just focusing on something else altogether. And then I hit that this day, didn't do it this day. That day I have actually consistently logged my meals. Sometimes I feel like I might forget a meal. And then I went to a class, and I'm going to another yoga class tonight. Go me. I've been diligent on checking YNAB, and then weekly 1099 stuff I haven't done anything for yet, and then I haven't done my weekly booster or weekly research. So cool. So that's all up to date there. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So yeah, things are going really well this week. The 15-minute walks are definitely still my cap on my little noggin. I definitely get a headache if I go over that, but that's okay. It's all about working up. You know, we want to be to 30 minutes and we're halfway there. So, and the new PT setup has worked out so well too. So I'm so excited about that. And yeah, that is all I have to report on my end. I will keep you guys updated. Hello, it is Saturday. You can't see anything if I put you there. Okay, hold on. I'll move you, I swear. But it is Saturday. I almost never vlog on Fridays just because I'm either at PT and then helping a family member, or I'm like with my husband all day because it's usually the only day both of us have off. There's really like no good place to put you guys in my car. Anywho, I'm literally gonna go to Pet Supermarket right now to, what am I doing? To get a harness for the new kitten so that he can come outside with me and the old kitten, original kitty, baby 1, baby 2. So that's my plan right now. And then yesterday I like nailed my step goal like really early on in the day, but I have been slacking to do my PT. Technically yesterday I did do PT because I did cloud watching, which is one of the PT exercises I can do when I can, but I haven't like been doing my PT. I think it's just because it's like I was already having a hard time with reading. Like I was really working on it before I got my concussion, like growing my personal attention span a little bit more, and like reading a chapter of a book was like the furthest I got before I felt like I was like, and I'm just like bored, I guess. And it was really sometimes really challenging to do that much reading. So now like knowing that one of my PTs is reading, and I'm just like really in my head about it. And I don't know if anyone else gets this way, but like with like physical therapy or stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I want to do it at the right time, or I'm scared it's gonna make me sick. But like it's just anxiety, honestly. And it's funny, I was just talking to my spouse yesterday about how anxiety is obviously very debilitating, but also when you really think about it on like a macro level, it's kind of like, for me, it's really easy to be like, oh, this is like a waste of time to be anxious about things. Like sometimes anxiety, like in terms of the feeling of anxiety, has a great place, but in anxiety in the more disorderly way, I'm like, I'm really just sitting here like ruminating on stuff that isn't necessarily happening yet. So I'm trying to like clip that. I hope that makes sense and doesn't sound too harsh. But I'm trying to like kind of clip that, and I think it's a little bit easier for me at this age and this stage of my mental health because I started therapy when I was like 15, 16, and I'm 28 now. So like it's like 10 years of like the kind of like psychobabble kind of talk where I'm like, oh yeah, like I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm trying to nip the anxiety in the butt or in the bud of like health stuff, which isn't always easy. So, but I'm definitely still trying. I feel like PT's thing I've slacked on the most this week, but I've been really consistent with YNAB, and I have to do all my weekly stuff still. Like I haven't done any of my research or 1099 stuff or my weekly Busu, so I might do most of that on the porch here in a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this for my kitten so that way we can all sit on the porch, maybe enjoy some time together, and I think that'll help a lot. I used to do like my porch used to basically just be my office no matter where I lived. Something about this house since I moved here, it hasn't quite been like my office kind of vibes. Also, the kind of work I've done has changed. I used to do a lot of chat-based coaching. I do a lot of video-based coaching. So that's really changed things as well. So, but yeah, nothing too crazy to report here. Friday, I nailed it on the steps. It was the kind of day where like I think I like ended with like 7,000 steps, and I was like, I usually struggle to get my 5,000. All week long, I've learned that if I walk around my kitchen like in the circle like 5 times, I think it's like 100 steps. So I've just been doing that repeatedly to get my steps in all week. But things are looking up. The steps have gotten a little bit more consistent. Like I know I need to check that. PT is the thing that's the most inconsistent. And then the weekly stuff, and normally I feel like that would have already been done, but it was the start of a new semester and stuff like that. So there were other things that kind of ate up that time, but I'm okay with it. It's really not that dramatic. So now I'm going to do some Busu and then probably repot some avocado pits and hang out with my children. So yeah, hopefully that was a fascinating update. But so far this week, I think that the focus of switching our finances has been helpful. I do need to look up some stuff for YNAB, like with the, I think I talked to you guys about this, like the Venmos and stuff like that, and trying to make sure that I get my budget like accurate, because it's only halfway through the month and I'm already like close to both of the big goals that we set this month. So that's kind of the next thing. Maybe we'll just do like a whole little learning thing here between now and whenever my friend comes over from her drive. So I will keep you guys updated on all this. Hello. This is kind of a weird angle, but we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so I just did my language lessons, and then I checked in our family chat of all of us that went to U, and kind of realized basically like what we were looking at last week is kind of like redundant, so we just need to focus on actually getting somewhere and then building a case from there. And then so because of that, I was looking at a lot of jobs for what I do only overseas, and I noticed a certain qualification that I don't have that keeps popping up, and part of that is the reason why I'm getting my bachelor's degree, and then another part of that is I know that I also probably need to get ICF certified. So I actually just reached out to a program that is an ICF program overseas, that is like an online program. I prefer online classes. I'm getting my bachelor's degree online, so I'd want to start that process. It is really hard for me to learn. Not really hard. It has some challenges, so I want to like make sure that like I take my time. I'm only taking one college class at a time. My college classes are 8 weeks, so I take 2 a semester. So hopefully, like, I will slowly be, ICF certified, getting my bachelor's degree, and like start to get to where I want to get. So this is probably going to be the end of the vlog. I still do have to do like my PT and stuff, so I'll probably do my reflections tomorrow. I only have 800 to do it since it's noon, but I am going to like a market tonight. So before I go, I want to show you guys my cats. So I did pretty much everything for the day. Their matching harnesses literally motivate me to just do and be better. So I will see you guys in the like weekly summary clip. Hello, it says that my skincare look a little glowy, go me, but here are my reflections from this week's kind of series. Like what I've really learned is that like there's going to be areas that are more challenging every single week, and this week is definitely PT. I didn't have the fucks given to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was feeling a little sorry for myself. I've realized every time I'm not doing my PT, I'm just like feeling sorry for myself or something along those lines. So something to really work on like mentally is like, being nice to myself about my PT. I think it's what helping me too is I took down a lot of my old PT stuff from like other things I've had to do, because there's just like stuff and stickers and things everywhere in my house at this point. And I was like, okay, let me minimize it. Let me make my folder organized. I think that is genuinely going to help. I just need to get over like the mental block now. So it is Sunday, it's the new week, so I think the first thing I'm gonna do is dive into my PT. So hopefully you'll watch this video next week and be like, she did her PT, and we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys again.